Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Chaz Draycott Media, and welcome to the second iteration of the Sim 3D Fun Race. A race that's been put on for completely free by Calvin Dent and I, Chaz Draycott, where the drivers tonight will actually have the chance to win some pedal rumble motors. So a decent prize up for grabs, worth quite a bit of money as well, from the wonderful Sim 3D range. What a combo we've got though. Oran Park Raceway, a legendary circuit in its own right. Very short circuit as well, but still an entertaining one. And as you can hear and see, what a car as well these drivers are using. The Kia Optima GTS, a legendary car here on iRacing. We will be jumping in the chat with the drivers and everybody again. I do want to give you a reminder. There will be strong language, and this whole broadcast is focused mainly on the entertainment and comedy value. You know, anything during this commentary cannot be considered my professional work. This bit can be. This is the nice intro, but when we get speaking to the guys, please do not consider that as my professional work and me at my very best. This is just a bit of fun. So all the cars are in their own liveries, as they were in the previous event. But wow, it's certainly good to see these cars back out as all. That's Andy Fox going off. We've got Morgan Butler with us this evening as well. Previously raced the Kia. Tony Pearman, a new driver to this car. We've not got too many of them here tonight. We have 13 signed up. I've actually signed up to the session by accident as a driver, because believe it or not, I couldn't remember the password myself. We've also got Philip Hammer, the German. How good does that car look in matte black as well? He's third at the moment in the number 60. Adam McNally back in this car after a long, long time away. Joachim Gulbrandsen help, it says. Do we need to call the authorities? Maybe by the end of the night. Maybe, mate. Either way, you might want to have to, because we're really just going to jump into the chat now. Jake Robertson halfway through it. Say hello, everybody.
Hi.
All right.
Hi.
Hey.
This
Hello.
Is the squad. Currently, just in practice at the moment. Quali, not too far away, boys. How are you feeling?
Looking at nervous, biggest race of the year.
I'm not going to say out because I'll swear.
I've literally done one lap and I've never driven this car before, so it's going to be great.
Well, there you go then.
We're all gonna die.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I am on the grid. So.
I feel somewhat terrified that this absolute bunch of hooligans is going out with my logo written all over the cars.
And mine.
Just to be fair, we're both screwed.
It's all right though, Chaz. You've already got the job. You've already got the job that you want. Calvin, on the other hand,
wow,
you can ruin his reputation.
Well, that's me cancelled. 2021.
Well, funnily enough, we're looking at the number 21 car right now. Joachim Gulbrandsen asking, how is this car compared to the TCR car? It's actually, this is genuinely a GT car. This used to race against Porsche Cup cars, Mustangs, other GT4 machinery in the Continental Tire Challenge thing, whatever it was called. Actually raced at the Long Beach Grand Prix as well. It's 375 brake horsepower from a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbo engine up front. Not a lot in the way of downforce on the back from that rear wing that looks like it's come from a model kit sprue. But in fairness, it's a very fast car. We're on the right setup. This car will do 180 miles an hour at Monza. So it's got some prod as this car, but it's a little bit understeery. We'll go on board, no pressure, with Jake Robertson as he comes out of turn 1 under the bridge with a lot of somewhere.
Give it a hyperdog that gets 180 at Monza, please.
You won't need it here, mate. You only do about 100. Well, I say only. You do about 140 down the straight here, even at Oran Park, which shows how pokey the car is. But
this thing actually goes to a negative wing as well on the side, which is interesting.
Yeah, it does. So it generates lift at the back.
Well, that must be the only car on iRacing that has lift.
Uses grip hooks.
It's very true. Very true.
But that's just you that forgot to uninstall them.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I've got ungrip hooks.
Well, there's a big spread in the field at the moment. Ethan, car 19, is 19 seconds off the pace.
Yeah, come on.
I don't think ever racing this track on iRacing, actually, because I'm one of those weird people. I never raced this car on iRacing. Gonna be okay.
It's because you were wrong.
It's a completely new challenge for Ethan Bass. lift at the back, more weight at the front, says Joachim. That's a good point, actually. It might help the rear turn in a little bit better. It's a very good point indeed. I think so far, I mean, I made these liveries, but I've not seen them in action. But Philip Hammer's car definitely looking the best at the moment in the matte black. Certainly looks sleek.
Wish the sun would disappear.
That matte black looks aggressive, that.
Oh, we're going straight on.
In fact, Calvin,
just a quick one. Go on.
Go on. No, sorry, go on.
I was about to say, if anybody can understand a word that McNally says watching this stream, you win a prize.
Yes, Adam McNally.
I can understand him.
Adam McNally, the man with more race wins than teeth, is taking part this evening.
It's weird, he's only had 3 race wins.
Exactly. He's currently doing a Parry Dakar impression. Oh, God, he's properly beached it in the wall. Adrian Baxter's in the pit lane at the moment, doing his best Sebastian Vettel impression.
How was I meant to try and make the corner with that going on, man?
Sir?
Actually, I tell you what. Let's. What we'll do is we'll quickly drag Calvin Dent down for a word. Calvin, obviously, Mr. Sim 3D himself. Just talk people through the rumble motors, essentially, Calvin. And I mean, put briefly, they basically provide force feedback on a different level, don't they, to your normal wheel and other bits that you can get.
Yeah, let's face it. Sim races these days, you speak to anyone, especially the people that have raced in a real world car, they'll always say you get lots of feedback through the wheel, but it's weird having nothing through the pedals and the rest of the sim.
Yeah.
So I was talking to a guy today who raced Radicals who said, in a real car, when you're right on the limits of the brake, you can get that feel through the chassis, through the brake pedal, that you cannot get in a sim. This essentially allows you to have that level of feedback through it. It stops you relying on waiting for listening to the sound of a lockup or waiting for it to really start getting loose. You've got that instantly, so it replicates the real life feel a lot better.
And I mean, I've obviously used them myself, and I can say that having software like SimHub, which is how you set them all up, it's incredible how much you can tailor it to your own settings, isn't it, really? I mean, you can have it go straight to 100% rumble as soon as the wheel starts to slip, but it's usually better to have a bit of a curve, isn't it, so you know how much it's slipping.
Yeah, that's the good thing about SimHub. Obviously, it's not my software in any way, shape or form, but I do recommend everyone to check it out because it is an incredible piece of software, and it can do so much for a variety of different sort of accessories you can get for your sim. But the great thing about it, if you look at someone like Will Tregertha, for example, British GT champion, his settings are so different to mine because he wants to replicate a fully realistic feel, whereas I want a sim feel. I want the feedback based on racing in a sim. He wants to replicate his real world car, and being able to vary that and be able to change it so much to get those different feels, to me, is amazing.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, from using it myself, like you say, you're not waiting for a visual cue or an audible cue that the car is starting to go around. You know, you've got that slip. And to be fair, I mean, I've been racing the MX-5 using them mainly, and you know, the rears do spin up a little bit there, but it's the fact that I mistakenly set it so that it rumbles when any of the 4 wheels are slipping, which obviously with the fronts understeering a bit, that's not ideal, but you can change it per wheel, can't you? I mean, even if somebody, for whatever reason, wanted just the left rear to pick up when it was slipping, or maybe even the right rear if it was a NASCAR driver, for example, which could be a point, you know, you can have it for just one wheel, can't you, if you really want it?
Yeah, everything is fully customizable to the way you want to drive, and I was talking to someone actually on Discord today about, you know, looking at tuning setups for ovals because it's going to be so different to what we want in a road car, and being able to have that and play around with, okay, maybe I just want to know what the left rear is doing, it just adds a complete new level to sim racing as far as I'm concerned, especially when you consider it's not like you're spending thousands of pounds to get that extra feedback.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's especially on a rig like mine. I mean, I've got a GT Omega. A lot of people use the 8020 or 2080, whatever you call it, profile rigs. And, you know, if you get not just feedback from the wheel, which is obviously very sturdily bolted on, much like the pedals, when you have it coming through both ends of the sim, it tends to vibrate the whole rig, doesn't it, and give that extra level in that sense. You know, any sort of extra vibration makes all the difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's mental, the extra feedback. The great thing is as well is there's a lot of comparisons with like tactile transducers like bass shakers and such. People put them under the pedal line. For me, the benefits of the rumble motors is you've got 2 channels there. So rather than have one single bass shaker under your pedals that's like kind of giving you all of that information, you've got 2 completely separate channels feeding you that information that's going to, well, essentially help you get more consistent.
Yeah, that's it. And it's easy to sort of overlook it. I mean, to be fair, you know as well as I do that I was very ignorant to it for a long time, saying, oh, you know what, I don't really see much point in it. I don't know why anyone would want it. It can't make that much difference. I was amazed by how much of a difference it made, and you know, I believe it's part of what helped me get better in the MX-5. You know, it's all about training and just getting used to it, really. But yeah, either way, very, very interesting bit of kit, and some of these guys are going to win them tonight as practice has just finished. Have you got your eye on anybody?
You've always got to look out for Jake Robertson, in you. That guy's just. You saw him in the Boring Car Championship. You see him in anything. That guy can chuck a car into a turn like not many other people can.
It's very true. Very true. A very talented rallycross driver and iRacing World Championship rallycross driver. We've got a wonderful golden circuit at the moment. Are you able to see the session live at the moment?
I'm watching the broadcast at the moment.
Ah, okay. That's all right then. I was going to say, I was wondering if you would like to commentate with me through the whole thing, but if you're not able to see it live, then
you don't want to. You don't want me to commentate with you, Chaz. That's just. You know me for long enough to know that me on doing something like that is probably not a safe idea.
Oh,
I will jump into the session to jump in to laugh at it on a little more live scale though.
Okay, that's fair enough then. Well, what we'll do is we'll move back up and we'll go and chat to the guys. But thank you, Calvin. Much appreciated.
Beautiful. Cheers, mate.
Not always amazing.
Right then,
yeah,
we're back.
The setup's really interesting. I don't know what they've done with the Audi setup on that, but it's not great.
I mean, the fixed sets for the GT3s are hit and miss as well. Like, the Ford is fine, but I don't know why it's got so much fucking rear roll bar on the fixed set. And apparently the Merc's fixed set is kind of just ass.
So, we're in the middle of criticising iRacing by the sound of it, which is...
No,
yeah, we love fixed setups. Yeah, we really absolutely love them. Yeah, I totally love 4 rear ARB on my Ford.
I just don't drive a Ford.
That's always good. Now,
no, I can just make sense for it.
Mr. Baxter, I'm going to come to draw attention to you right now. How are you finding the Kia so far, mate?
Yeah, it's definitely a tough one to handle, I suppose. when you're not used to it.
Indeed, it's a lively monster. McNally, is it much of a love-hate relationship as it used to be?
Pretty much. I like to drive it, it hates me.
Sounds like the Porsche, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Just to translate that for anybody not able to understand that, basically what he said is he's not very good in it.
Yeah, basically. He loves the car, it hates him. Tony Pearman, you have done only the amount of laps in this session. Basically, that's your total time in this car as well. How are you finding it, mate? That was a lovely drift there, by the way.
Totally different from the MX-5, and then just proving to myself I can't drive.
As Jake Robertson goes fastest and there's contact with Ethan Path, Tony Pearman around. Adrian Baxter gets to watch it all and laugh at it as he goes into the final corner as well, and the number 83. Philip Hammer out there, and I'll tell you what, the more the sun goes down, the headlights have just come on as well. The more the sun goes down, the better that car looks. I don't think you can, unfortunately, in this car.
Can you see me giving you a flash? Not my headlights, sorry.
I don't know if I want to see that.
Nothing to do with your headlights, Morgan.
Yeah.
I still can't see whatever you're flashing at me.
Just sat there mooning the window.
No one can, Foxy.
It is absolutely, it is minute, in fairness.
Liam
my penis is as small as Tony's talent in this car.
It's like Braille.
Wow.
Braille. That really hurt, that did, Morgan.
Yeah, well.
We have Liam Silkstone out there on track, but not in the chat. I was going to say that the car is the same colour as his favourite drink, but he's just floored it around at turn 1, off into the gravel, and into the wall he goes. But it's looking very pretty at the moment, isn't it, boys? It's certainly a golden evening. The sun is going down, though, so I think we are going to be under lights by the time this comes to an end, and all I can say is I'm sorry.
Can I just ask who let Silky pick cow shit brown as his colour?
It's more of an orange, but I think in these lighting conditions it doesn't really do it any justice, does it?
It's not the best looking colour.
That's Boona the night before colour, that, isn't it? Actually, no, Boona's a bit more red. Actually, no, Boona's quite brown, isn't it? It's masala that's red, so...
Are we really discussing the colour of curries?
Oh,
Yeah.
chicken boona, lamb boona, prawn boona.
I love a curry.
Oh, Morgan, that's a good teammate.
Quality stuff. Things you love to see.
Yeah.
Wait, was that the Gavin and Stacey quote?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Oh, look at that. Philip hammers it home at the top of the pile.
Oh no!
Absolutely
no.
blitzkrieg the competition.
Blitzkrieg the competition, indeed. Wonderful stuff from Philip.
Philip, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about that. Just so everyone's aware, this is a perfect representation.
Now I can concentrate.
It's Melchick got used to it, so you'll have to as well.
Just want to clarify, this is a perfect representation of Chaz's work. So
It is not, and I will bring up the notice at the bottom. I'm a professional commentator, everybody, or at least I pretend
Chaz
to be.
has always hated the Germans. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no.
Joachim Gulbrandsen has given the very detailed description of Liam's car colour choice. Says that orange looks like what's exiting your arse after a long night on the town, then ended it with a bad kebab. Which is very, very true.
So what he means there is a good night.
Yeah, basically, to be fair, Foxy's car looks like what comes out the other end after you've had too many apple sours.
I think you may have to talk to a doctor.
Off track.
Oh, Jake's in the wall. Andy's into the final corner, but sounds like he's gotten off track. He's doing his Tony Hawk grind of that curb again.
Love it.
He did a wonderful one in practice earlier. Tell you what, we'll go on board with Mr. Fox. And even though it's not windy in the car, you've got the netting flying around all over the place. Look at the understeer. Look at the oversteer. Look at the anti-lock brakes.
You see, I think Chaz, the netting going everywhere, it'll have been from the high quality Sim 3D Wind Sim kit. That you can purchase from sim3d.co.uk.
You can.
What, Tony?
Which I believe Foxy is actually using. To be fair.
Foxy, how would you rate out of 10?
Good chat. Well done, mate.
It's that good. It's actually moving his netting inside the car. He's about to punt Tony Pearman as well for our amusement.
Oh, cheeky.
Oh no, he's not.
Bye, Morgan.
Bye. Oh.
How am I still 3/10 up on my best lap, having followed Tony around for half of it?
Oh, thanks, Hank.
Oh, pure savagery.
I don't know how the tow effect is in this car. It's crazy on other cars.
It's actually really, really strong in this car usually.
Not so much around here.
Foxy out the final corner, 3/10 up. We'll see him only 1 second off the pole time. It's 43 thousandths between the top two at the minute. What does Foxy do? 110.1. It's a 109.0 for Philip Hammer at the minute. So he's really going to be hammering some Sim 3D rumble motors onto his pedals. Bad look of it.
I hate you.
Okay.
I'm the one who's putting on my Clarkson.
Morgan forgot that Chaz is an admin of this session and can disqualify him with the click of a button. Although last time I did that, I disqualified the wrong driver, didn't I? I'm still sorry about that, David Christie, and I love you.
He did.
This is not a representation of Chaz's work.
Yeah, this is not. Yeah, this broadcast may contain strong language and is focused mainly on entertainment and comedy value. Any commentary during this video is not to be taken as a representation of my professional work. There you go. I need to just remind people of that every so often.
Leave the disclaimer up there, Twitter, like, for the rest of the session.
Yeah.
Probably safer.
Either way, this tonight is going to prove, much like the last race did, that you don't need a big grid to have a good race. Or, yeah, you don't need a big grid to have some mayhem. Either way, the lighting's looking nice right now. We're going to have a 25-minute race.
Some of us are.
Tony, did you want to explain that, Tony?
It's not much I can say. It's like a cartwheel, really, in a car, you know?
Oh my god. That was a proper off, that was, lad. Wow.
It was Foxy put me off. Yeah,
So,
going into the left-hander.
I'm
So what
flying
page is that
without
on the race
wings.
driver's
Jesus.
Whee!
Jesus. That's a proper off, that is. That's a proper off. Fair play. Fair play, Tony.
Point is, I was on my fastest lap and no. 2 minutes 30 seconds.
Liam's
After a
having
crash like that, we have to call him Tony No Thumbs Spearman.
Yeah, I was going to say. Want to be careful with wrists at your age, Tony. You'll break them doing that, mate.
Doesn't use them for anything else. He's all right.
Foxy is honestly the one that you can. He's honestly the one you can always rely on for that. To be fair, Foxy, I think you should join me in a commentary box at some point for that. Just to be the "you're right there, Murray" guy in the background. Oh. Anyway, Ethan Bass, you know, for someone that's not driven the car or the track before, up to 5th place at the moment, only 1.1 seconds off the top spot. Hammer has gone faster. He's done a 1:08.9. So he's really on a mission.
He's really hammering.
The weather is clearly, I've not set it up for this overlay, but you can just about see it's 27 degrees Celsius track temperature at the moment, so it's not too warm. So it should be nice for these cars. It shouldn't be too bad on tyres either. But they do have to
Tyres?
put up with... it does feel like you're on skis when you drive this car, to be fair. Either way, it's bound to be a good one. 10 minutes of qualifying down, 5 minutes to go. Joachim Gulbrandsen says he's no alien, but that can't be the quickest way through that corner, Tony. you might need to change your strategy there.
To be fair, if it had cleared the wall, it probably would have been quite quick.
Well, it would have been a quick way to send a lot of people to the hospital and get the track. If the track hadn't have, well, it's already been demolished in real life. If it hadn't have been destroyed in the sim, then they would have flattened it for the undoubted danger to spectators. But either way, here's McNally in the number 47 car because he picked a triple-digit number, and I absolutely hate them, so I was going to refuse to do it. So he's in the number 47. Liam Silkstone actually.
You don't even like Triple Eight?
No, I don't. He actually puts a time on the board, does Silky. He's going to celebrate that with a beer. Anyway,
Chaz now disliked over the entirety of Australia for not liking Triple Eight.
Yes, indeed. Stuff Lounsey. Was it Lowndes or Wing Cup? It was Lowndes, wasn't it?
Wing Cup, I believe.
Oh, God. I should know that. Here's Morgan Butler, 3rd at the moment. Just trying to settle that rear down. Look how small the discs are on the rear. So funny.
It's that rear end bounce through the corners.
I know, yeah. The thing is, who was it before that said it's worse than the Jetta? You absolute liar. The Jetta has this unbelievable bounce, but the Kia is much better for it. Morgan really wringing the neck of this thing at the moment. We'll go on board.
I mean, at least this one's got petrol in it, because, oh, God, the Jetta.
You don't knock that Jetta till you've driven it, lad. The British Boring Car Championship was a hit, I tell you. Anyway, Roman...
I think that's because of the drivers, not the car. But
oh, it's because of the commentator, mate. Having David Addison on board was a heroic thing. Anyway, Morgan Butler then, into turn 1. Back end hanging out. And again, just about gets it stopped. Plenty of lock on through the corner, really ragging the death off it, if that's even a phrase. Under the bridge, onto the brakes again. Now the light is really fading here. We're going to see how good the headlights are on these cars and whether we can do any night races. But not the tidiest of laps so far from Morgan, but he is pushing the car. It's not a Clio though, is it, mate?
That's right, Morgan. I think you're doing well, mate.
Oh, he's actually deafened. He's deafened himself. So when we said about don't get competitive, boys, there you go. Morgan now.
Oh, he's tryharding now. Oh,
highlighting just that. I might just invalidate his lap time in the sim just because I can.
Oh, what a typical pure Sims driver. Tryharding.
Oh! Well, Ethan Bass said it here first. There is the toxicity. Right, who wants a Tic Tac? There you go.
I have had just my dinner, so I wouldn't mind one, if I could.
No. Anyway.
Got left in the session, Chaz.
We have got 8 cars left in the session.
How long have we got left in the session?
1 minute 40. Oh, Andy's just drilled Morgan. Oh, wow. Well,
I'm not coming out of this.
That's a big one.
Oh.
That's a back of the grid penalty, surely, for Andy Fox.
Speaking of Tic Tac, Foxy's car does look suspiciously like a Tic Tac.
Oh, the red and green ones?
Yeah.
Morgan, you get that for deafening and muting because that's tryharding.
Sorry.
Someone that is tryharding at the minute, though, is Philip Hammer, but to be fair to him, He's had to try and concentrate with me in his ear for the whole time, so fair play, Sunshine. Good effort, that. But he's terribly efficient, like a German should be. He's probably wishing this was a BMW, aren't you, mate? Or are you a Mercedes man?
Top chat.
And to be honest, Chaz, I get the feeling he may be he may not say that he's deafened. I'm getting this weird feeling.
No, he's concentrating. If he can hear me, he'll tell me to fuck off when he crosses the line.
Oh, yeah, I think we should fuck off.
Philip, you can kindly tell me to fuck off now if you wish. No. He's stopping though. Right in the middle of the straight.
Hell, look at
That's enough.
1085 for Philip Hammer. Fair play, mate. That's mega
Oh,
time. Morgan Butler's gone second. Jake Robertson now down to third.
I can't remember how you get these things off the line.
And the session is about
Is
to
it a
end.
standing start?
It's a standing
No, I'm
start.
not
And
getting a lap in.
Dick.
oh, Jake hits the wall.
I'm such a dick.
Front wheel drive. Front wheel drive, no traction control, 375 turbocharged brake horsepower on a standing start. Good luck, boys.
Oh, this is going to be funny. New smoke model.
Yeah, I've got no idea how you get. I can't remember how to get these things off the line. I couldn't do it 2 years ago, and I don't think I'm
I
going
don't
to
think
get
you
it.
do.
No.
You just sit there until somebody wheel spins into the back of you and pushes you forward.
I think you need to use a clutch, but I can't remember.
Imagine using a clutch. What a try.
Because I know in the TCR you don't use the clutch.
Oh yeah, because it's got a DS box.
Your mum's got a DSG box.
I don't think it does. It's a sequential
Wow.
box.
Jesus Christ.
It's a sequential box. It's not DSG.
No.
No, TCR it does.
Oh, right. I thought you meant this.
No, I wish it was a bloody sequential, then it wouldn't have road car gear issues.
That's true.
Let's get some mad drifts on
At
again.
least you can use first and second gear in this car. So you won't round
I truly am hoping I'm not going to mess up this start. That's what I've been working on a week.
Right then.
I'm just gonna send.
Morgan tries a big drifter route. Nice stuff,
Doesn't really
to be
work.
fair. No, it looks alright, that.
It's been that long. Can anyone give us a tip on how you actually get this car off the line?
Go for it.
Get out and push
Welcome
it.
to 5 minutes ago.
Oh, Morgan, just...
I'll have to do that when it's upside down, so...
I need to use a fluorescent blue more often. This is quite nice.
Right then. Quali is finished. We have our grid then. Philip Hammer
Make sure
starts
to be your
on
race tops
pole
on.
position with Morgan Butler alongside. Then it's Jake Robertson and Ethan Bass, 4th place. Fair play, mate. Adam McNally, 5th. Andy Fox in 6th. Liam Silkstone, 7th. And Adrian Baxter in 8th. We then have Tony Pearman and apparently Chaz Draycott, 10th on the grid. But that's not the case because I'm an idiot and I signed up without being a spectator.
Should have just left it an idiot, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
Chaz, you're fucking slow, mate. You need to.
I know. I need
You've
to
got the
sort it
rumble
out.
motors and everything. You
Oh,
just...
look at these guys. Not
I've got
grid
one
enough.
rumble motor.
Waste
I'm
of
sorry,
fuel.
Morgan, but
Honest.
Just to let you all know, I haven't got any rumble motors. Maybe I need some.
I'll be honest. I'd have to wait quite a while to let you through, Tony. So I might not bother.
How much you want to pay?
Oh.
How much you want the payers, Tony, to take them all
I will be when they come round to let me.
They'll give you as
Thing
many
is, Tony.
fibers as you've got teeth.
If you got a rumble motor, you'd have to strap it to your head for when you're sliding along on your roof.
Joachim Gulbranson says, my money's on that Chaslington dude. Who's that? Who's he?
Charlton, what a callback!
Oh my god. I'm confident he's a sandbagger.
Back in the golden age of Chaz Drake.
I'm a teabagger, Joachim, I can say that much.
Oh, hello.
Right.
I know Chaz didn't do a lap, but I'm surprised still that it's put Tony in front of him, to be honest.
To be fair, Tony's got 2,100 I rating. I've only got 2,300. Highest I rating in the field tonight is Philip Hammer, 4,593.
Okay, I don't feel
He's
too
not
bad
driven the
being behind
Porsche
him.
Cup, has he, McNally?
No, he's not.
out.
Anyway, we're just waiting
We're
for
not
Tony
talking about
Pearman's PC to do more than 4 revs per minute, and he should line up on the grid.
Actually, Chaz, we're waiting for you to grid up, so I don't want you to...
Tony
Yeah.
yeah, but Tony's not on the grid yet either.
All right, I've missed the start.
Right then, the Sim 3D Fun Race 2 from Oran Park is underway. And look at that from Jake Robertson on the second row of the grid. What a start indeed. Flies through the middle.
Jake's used those Apex hyper start dock setups.
2x2 behind. Tony Pim coming out the pit lane
Yeah,
then.
I'm on the grass.
Oh, I'm already.
Oh,
being
McNally's
hit.
on the
Handed.
grass. And he's gone
Well,
straight on and he's in the
beautiful
wall. It's been a good race, he says. Morgan Butler's got a bit of damage on the back. Ethan Bass doing his usual and rear-ending people. Andy Fox just behind him. Silkstone's also gained a spot. Adrian Baxter, he's got a bit of nose damage as well. But
Morgan, you're just lucky this is front-wheel drive. You can't spin Bala.
Jake Robertson's car will be investigated for launch control after the end of the race.
Someone clear my black flag.
oh, bloody hell. Calvin, you can do it if you're in the session.
I'm not actually in the session.
Oh, right. Well, there you go. You'll see it live, everybody. Let's not do what I did last time. And
Clear Tony's and give everyone else one.
yeah.
Thank you, Chaz.
That's all right, darling. Don't you worry. Anyway, Jake Robertson then leads the race, but Philip Hammer is going with him. He's not out the woods yet, is Jake.
Don't hammer me, please.
Philip is putting the pressure on. It's a shame he's not called Jack Hammer, isn't it, really? Either way, lap 1 in the books. 25 minutes of racing. Philip's very sideways, but manages to get it stopped. Morgan Butler just behind.
Chaz, what you could say is Jake Hammer, like as in the order of the.
That's very true. It is Jake Hammer Butler. Butler and Bass, that well-known firm of solicitors.
I sounded so wrong, that like.
Does. Foxy's got Silkstone just behind him. Liam obviously getting in the spirit of the event and joining in the chat as we told everybody to. Either way. Liam's
Certainly, take Foxy out for me.
He's not. Tony, I've just said he's not here, mate.
I've just heard
We're
reports.
not racing the freaking trucks like we were last night.
I've just heard reports that Silky is actually watching the Leeds game, which is the reason he's not in the chat.
Wow.
I hope Leeds lose.
Which also explains his lap times, to be fair.
Well, he's going to be trying to take the lead, isn't he? But it's not quite working like that at the moment. Seems like quite the stale top 5 at the moment, with Silky just watching them in front.
Yeah, these guys are very stale, to be honest.
Foxy is watching
You
Ethan
wouldn't say
get...
still if you can see my steering inputs.
I'm just going to scamper off and shame. Thanks for horsing.
Oh, well, McNally's already out of it. Either way, unlucky, mate, but it's your own fault.
That wasn't unlucky, that was just shit.
Well, you said it.
McNally there, saying it how it is.
Well, McNally and Draycott both out of the race. Tony Pearman up to 8th position. He's actually gained a spot, which is just a miracle. He's still going though, bless him. He's still putting the effort in. Adrian Baxter in 7th place, just trying to follow on from Silky and Foxy. Very new to the car, very new to the track, so he can be forgiven for not matching them straight off the bat. Jake Robertson's done the fastest lap of the race last time round, actually. He did a 109.4. So he's really flying. Philip Hammer not too far off the back of him, only 1/10 different last time. Same with Morgan Butler, and then 2/10 off them was Ethan Bass.
This lap felt alright.
He's got Foxy and then Liam just behind. Oh,
Ethan's just touched the wall.
Ethan clips the wall indeed.
Ah, it's just a scratch.
And Jake 108.7. That's faster than the qualifying pole position, I think. Oh no, it was a 108.5, but still rapid race pace from Jake. The lights are on.
To ban Jake for next time.
Well, Jake has actually said that if he wins the race, he will give them to somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't give us.
So Morgan, respect me, you absolute dog.
I'm not currently in 2nd, you spoon.
Well, to be fair, we'll have to see. But Philip doing a great job at the moment. 2nd place, holding on. Silky still right behind Andy Fox. So they go over the bridge, turn through the right. Such a difficult corner to get used to. I mean, the whole circuit's difficult to get used to. It's a very undulating track, very old school. Great to watch, though. I actually commentated on a TCR race here not long ago, and it was just bonkers. A 30-car grid as well. But this modest-sized grid tonight still giving us some good racing. This is just the mayhem that goes on in this Kia. You can see the understeer from where Liam's sitting. But then it's got this amazing pace down the straight. Look at it just climb up through the gears. Third gear, you're doing nearly 120 miles an hour. Now we're doing 120 in fourth. It's got some real poke, this car. Oh, Silky's gone in deep, but he's going to go around. He's going to hit Foxy. He manages to save it, does he?
Liam boy.
Oh, big drifteroo by Liam Silkstone. Wow.
Too much curb, too much curb.
But that's
First
how
time
easy
I
it
was
is
worried
to
about
do.
my arse from Liam.
Oh, cheeky.
Stop hitting that curb.
I keep seeing the Kia logo.
Oh,
that's
Ethan's gone wide.
on the air pillar, and I keep thinking it's a black flag, and I panic every time.
What?
Well, we're just going to try and look back at what happened to Silky from the outside. We saw it on board, but it's taken us about a lap back. So you're going to have to wait for this. Then we'll have a look at what happened to Ethan. Although, actually, it's not come up on the event viewer, so yeah, we might have to wait for that. But Foxy is now right with Ethan, I can tell you. The gap for the lead is 0.6 of a second. Hammer still ahead, behind Jake Robertson after that demon start.
Yeah, I'm going to ask the big question now. How did you get that start? Like, what did you do?
Valtteri Bottas was in, and then I jumped in after.
Okay.
Well, this is what happened to Silky then. Hot into turn one, runs a little bit wide, just touches the grass. The new dust and smoke model looking questionable, but a big slide. And now, Ethan's gone wide again at turn one. Foxy's now looking down the inside. This is for fourth place, so a position that doesn't fucking matter. Either way, they're still going to fight for it like it's the lead. Oh, Foxy's going to punt him like it's for the lead. The cheeky sausage looks down the inside.
Didn't touch him.
Adrian Baxter's just come back on after his own little moment. That Kia's definitely not got he's definitely not got a 7-year warranty on that anymore. Closest battle on track is actually the battle for the lead now. Hammer is right with Jake. What?
I was just saving tyres. That's all
that?
good. Saving a bit of fuel. Make it a long stint.
What's the sits, Jake? What are you playing at, lad? Great battle, though. We've got iRacing World Championship Rallycross driver against bloke I've never heard of. So it's always an intriguing one to have.
The views of Chaz Draycott do not represent the views of all of us. We understand and respect all Irish.
That's Ethan.
Oh yeah, I've never said that. You know, that's no disrespect to Philip. He's a very talented young man by the look of it. He's rapid.
A handsome one too, I imagine. I mean, what?
So now it's getting darker and darker here. It represents more like a Snetterton touring car night race.
Philip can give me some of that bratwurst.
Foxy is trying to put Ethan Bass under pressure. You could say it'd be hook, line and sinker if he gets through.
Jake, if you hold him up a bit,
That was awful.
I'll give you a single rumble motor. I'll give you the, like...
That Kia fishtailing a little bit as well, you could say. As Silky's actually gone off. Tony Pearman's in the pits.
Is there an actual handbrake? Good map, because I can fishtail it.
What's happened, Tony?
You had to stop for a tea break.
I think so.
Gone to the toilet.
Liam's had a moment here and gone off track. Oh, he's just gone wide at turn one. And does recover.
Logan, what did you say?
I'll give you a single rumble motor. However many in a kit if you'll do it.
10-4.
That'd be pretty poggers, to be honest.
Yeah, but you don't get the control box, do you, with it? So.
Yeah.
I can just fiddle with it.
Jake will just make one. Top guy is that Jake Roberts.
Anyway, here's your
I've got a one.
race lead battle. Philip Hammer all over the back of Jake Robertson now. Starting to close up and close up. The headlights on this Kia, not the brightest things in the world, are they? But
And
Like
again,
Morgan.
neither of the guys driving them, Chaz. So it doesn't really matter.
hey, love it. Although Foxy can't speak, he's dropped over a second away from Ethan Bass now. So
I'm
He's-
tired.
Because Ethan's got those Fitztie hyperdogs.
yeah,
Like 4
exactly.
seasons ago with BSR.
Either way, Philip Hammer and Jake Robertson both doing wonderful lap times at the minute. 109.8
Okay.
last time round. Jake's run a little bit wide though. Philip onto the back of him again. It's not really an easy place to overtake though. You have to get it done down the straight essentially using the slipstream.
Every place is a good place to overtake if you're brave enough.
Philip gets a
Especially
nice
when you get
run
a
out
4X
the final
or-
corner.
Go on, Philip, lad. Give him a big lunge.
No, please.
Send it.
He's getting a really good run. He's wiggling it around just to say, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Sideways into turn one. Naturally in this car. Smooth stuff from the pair of them though at the moment. Butler not too far back either. He's only 1.8 seconds off that. So he's still waiting to try and make some moves. Foxy has dropped away from Ethan Bass a bit, but corners like that from Ethan will definitely help his cause. Ethan's still rocking quite a bit of damage on that front end as well, though, to be fair, so wondering whether that is hurting the car.
Oh, my rear end's really holding me back.
Does look like an open wheel car at the front, to be fair. Foxy's car,
Yeah,
nice
I haven't
and
made
clean.
the best setup here. I think everyone's got a better car than me.
Right. Okay. Well, let's fix setup anyway. iRacing baseline on this car, so Jake is talking out of his backside.
Jake's just using stolen docks, that's all he's doing.
Me, that has no front tyres left.
I've still got 2 on mine. I don't know about
I'm
you.
wondering how the rear brake discs have managed to glow like that without exploding for the past 10.5 minutes.
I know, yeah.
Which is weird, because the lowest you can put the brake bias is 69% to the front. So I don't know why the rears are glowing. They're not doing anything.
It's very, very strange. I was actually driving one of the Super Touring cars on a set of Corsa the other day, and the minimum brake bias that you can have is something like 74.
A lesser simulator, of course.
Oh, God. Right, Philip Hammer is now genuinely trying to make a move here on Jake Robertson, so this is getting feisty. This car sounds nowhere near as good from this camera angle. It sounds so much more raspy and decent from the outside.
Chaz, if you want to cut down to your correspondent on the ground, I can give you some good feedback on this current battle.
Calvin, what do you see?
Yeah, fuck Calvin.
Looks great, this.
Thing is, Calvin.
Thanks, Calvin.
Calvin's having to use his booster seat field to see the battle going on out of the comms box.
It's like,
so.
what's the weather like, Calvin? It's raining sideways. Love that. Thanks, Calvin. Anyway, this track, I mean, Jake, talk to me about the circuit. What are you finding so far with Oran Park? It seems like quite the difficult one to
There's
string
a
a lap
lot of
together.
tarmac, there's some grass on the inside of the corners that you don't want to hit. There's barriers that you also don't hit that usually hurts the car a little bit. Knock off some top speed.
Thanks, mate.
Okay, I'm going to give a quick bollock update here, boys. Very painful at the minute, but we're going to soldier on.
Morgan,
What on earth are you talking about?
Morgan basically declaring himself a human hernia.
Yeah,
But
not a hernia.
either way.
I'm not clapped.
I also like the bridge. That's pretty cool.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
back to that, are we?
I like bridges.
Now let's go back to talking about bollocks. So.
Philip, can we just hear from you how it is to spend the last 12 minutes staring at a 15-year-old's ass?
Who on earth was screaming?
Gary Blair is in the chat.
Morgan.
Oh, Liam has gone. Leeds
Has the
must
pub
have
opened?
just
Leeds
conceded.
must have lost.
Yeah. Oh, it has just gone 8:30. The pub must have opened. Either that or
But
this.
this race has been going on for that long. It does.
Tony,
feel like
come back out the
pubs now
pitch, you'll get another position.
Yeah. Go on, Tony, lad.
Oh no, we've
Oh,
hit the
Jake's hit the wall hard. Big change for the lead coming up.
Oh, that is the top speed gone.
Philip
He'll
is
get that
closing,
position
closing,
and
closing.
after multiple laps.
He looks down the inside. Is he going to go for it? No, he's not got the optimal line, but he manages to get it stopped. Now, Jake's not going to know what the car handles like properly yet. It's going to take him a few corners to figure it out.
Handles like a Kia Optima Chaz.
Now,
Cheers, Jake.
what can Philip do to take advantage of this? We've got all 4 brake discs glowing, but much like on the Jetta, the rear is just constantly glowing. It's like they're just always holding down the brake pads. Very
Is
strange.
that not what you're meant to do?
You have to drive them.
Okay.
Wait, Jake, have you been holding? I don't know about you. I've been holding the brake pedal down the whole time. Is that not?
That 1% use of the brakes makes the brake pads actually work.
But either way, either Philip Hammer's going to win a button box or Philip Hammer's going to win a button box. It just depends on who wins the race.
Yeah, it's going to get me on this
Well,
street.
The thing is, Chaz, he won't be winning a button box at all.
A set of rumble motors.
He'll be running a set of rumble.
Oh
motors.
yeah, we're definitely here to rumble motors, not a button box. Sorry,
That was
Chaz
last
just
time.
wants us to go back to Monza, that's all.
I do want to go back to Monza.
Philip
That's
has just
hilarious.
made a mistake. We're a hole in, boys.
Right then, we're over halfway through the race. 14 minutes in, 11 to go. What can Jake do to survive? Can we get a tyre update from? Let's go for Ethan. What are the tyres like, son?
I honestly couldn't tell you. They just feel normal. I don't know.
Okay.
They
How are
are-
you
they are
finding it, Adrian? How are you getting on with the car?
Yeah, it's. I find it's
Oh.
starting to
No,
push on a little
no,
bit more now.
no.
Now the tyres
No,
are starting to
stop.
wear off a bit.
Sorry, Adrian.
Hello,
Everybody's talking over you. Oh, well, sorry. There's a reason for that, and that's because Ethan was upside down. What has happened here? Let's have a look.
Nothing to do with me. I'll just point this out now.
That means it's Foxy's fault because he was about
Fitz
eight miles back. Ethan goes into turn 1. Nothing wrong. Foxy.
I went off in sympathy.
Oh, well, look at the dust model. Oh, Ethan's gone straight on actually, and then. Oh, well, that's one way. If you couldn't be asked, Ethan, you could just say.
Maybe the tires were a little bit worse than I thought.
Oh, the tyres.
Yeah, how are the tyres? Give me 3 corners, and I'll show you. Either way.
I'll tell you what, I'll put the car on its roof so you can have a look.
Yeah. Check them out, son. I didn't expect this to go under lights, boys. I'm really sorry, but I think it's made it a little bit more interesting now because Jake is having to defend in what has quite a lot of damage on the front, while Philip's still pushing away in the background, thinking, "I wish this commentator had shut up." And
Come on for you, Morgan. I'm only 16 seconds down.
Oh no, I better get my foot down.
Ironically, Morgan is number 16 as well. On for a strong podium at the moment.
I'll be honest, I realised I forgot to change my car number in Sim. I'm currently at 808.
Ah, that's alright. I can see that on the timing, but I've made it so the numbers don't show up because nobody did it. So thanks, guys.
Ah, well.
Actually, no,
I've
Philip.
got that thing checked.
No, not that. You change your preferred number in the sim. Actually, Philip Hammer has done it, so...
Mine's always 19.
Well, you're in this, you're actually number 10.
That's good.
So, that's because you've not chosen the preferred number for the Kia. Either way.
That's odd.
Jake Robertson still leading the way somehow, but Philip's just there, putting more and more pressure on as this race goes on. Down towards turn 1 again. You can see the car just wiggling around on the brakes. But look at Philip closing there, just looks so smooth through turns 1 and 2. And there's a car in front, and I believe that to be a Tony Pearman.
Can I get a time dip?
Yeah, I can hear him. I can hear his breath.
There's 8 minutes of the race left to go now.
Okay, sweet.
So about 7 more laps, I'd say. Oh, as Philip's got a bit wide there. Not sure whether that was because of Tony on the inside, but it doesn't look like Tony was near enough to make any sort of difference to it. Still very, very feisty stuff from both of these guys at the front of the pack. It's awesome to watch. These races are usually the more intriguing ones. Not always the ones with the most overtaking, but just a good chase.
I'd just like to apologise for having to go into the pits. I just had an airport run to do, that was all.
Oh.
Wait, you went to the airport and came back to finish the race? All within the
Anybody
span
needs
of
a
10
taxi?
minutes.
Tony's your man.
Tony, you were in the pits for 9 minutes.
Yeah, he's a good taxi driver.
How on earth did you get out of the... What? Calvin, can we send Tony these rumble motors? That was amazing. Fair play, Tony. And he's gained a place. Get in. Love it. Either way, we go back to this lead battle because there's an arrow on the splitter of Jake's car pointing downwards, and that's, I'm sure, where Philip's going to try and slot the splitter. Oh, Foxy's off.
Can't see anything anymore.
Gets back on the
yeah,
circuit.
I cannot see where I'm going. Oh,
Yeah.
there's a car
Really?
there.
The headlights aren't that bad, lads. Come on.
Yeah, just call me Carl Jackalette. I can't see in the dark.
He's a photographer.
I know. He has trouble though, doesn't he?
Oh, does
Morgan,
he?
put your foot down, you're making me look good.
Someone that is making it look good at the moment is Jake Robertson and Philip Hammer. These two have been stuck together for the whole race, not even a second apart at any point from what I know. Jake is still holding on. Philip's still looking down the inside to just remind him that he's there in his mirrors. Hard onto the brakes.
Tony, how on earth did you get there?
Not great through T1, Chaz, I'll be honest.
Oh yeah, Tony is on the infield somehow, but we look back to this.
I did watch him crash in my mirror.
The stealthy machine, other than the really bright headlights of Philip Hammer, and to be fair, the very bright rear brake discs, certainly lighting up the bright cyan car of Jake Robertson. But we have 5.5 minutes of the race to go. Tyres will be killing themselves at the minute. Used to race this car in 20-minute races. Oh, Ethan's gone off. He's got a new car, but he's unfortunately put it off the road. Tony Pearman actually had an issue a moment ago. It must be all the heavy breathing. Let's see what happened here.
Only me that gets excited by that.
Oh!
No, I do as well, to be fair.
Oh, that's what happened to Tony not long ago, actually. It really did chuck him around.
Oh no.
Down the straight, though. Could this be the moment it changes? Big slipstream for Philip Hammer. It's not a very long straight to get it done, though. That's the thing here. Although Jake's got a little bit hot. He's touched the gravel. He's gone wide. Philip's down the inside. Tucks it in. Jake's trying to stay alongside. He's going to go later on the brakes into the right-hander. Very close. There's just about a car's width. Still side by side. The pair of them, fantastic stuff. Jake's on the inside. Little bit of a bump on the inside there. He needs to be careful that they don't make contact. This is fantastic stuff. Philip hanging it around the outside for not just one, but two, now three corners, and they're still side by side again. Jake's going to have the inside for the right, though. Philip's just having to concede. That was so close. Great defensive stuff from Jake, but awesome attacking from Philip Hammer. Really good racing there, boys. That was mega stuff. Andy Fox has been off the circuit again.
And lost a position.
Oh, and he has lost a place to Adrian Baxter, who has silently and under the radar sneaked through. Oh, Andy just clips the gravel, and around he goes.
Yeah, the tyres are well and truly fucking...
No front tyres on this car.
Tony Pearman got... Oh, Ethan looks up the inside, and then Tony gets a punt, and around he goes. But back to this lead battle. 3.5 minutes left of this race. Jake struggling with the front tyres. Philip hasn't said a word, which means that he's doing absolutely fine. No news is good news.
He's not set out for about 20 minutes. I don't even know if he's there.
Sorry, I was just being asked. Beth has walked in the room. Everybody say hi, Beth.
Hello, Beth.
Hi, Beth.
Beth has come to watch the epic climax to this race, although she's just put a cold beer on my desk that's not on a coaster.
The only thing that'll be having an epic climax
No
tonight
coaster.
is Beth later on with Chaz. Tune in for that stream.
That's not being streamed, Morgan. Either way, very close.
Morgan, do you have his OnlyFans account?
I do, yeah, it was great.
For God's sake, Morgan.
The content he did in his Chaz Draycott Media polos, I did have to pay extra for that set, but I thought I'd go for it.
Right, away from that.
Yeah, Chaz, what about that bathwater you were going to sell me?
Oh yeah, he promised me some of that as well, actually.
That's the second. That's the second
I'm
place
surprised
prize.
the office tour hasn't got a couch.
Oh,
I didn't see a couch in the office tour.
Down the inside goes Hammer.
With a black
Jake's
couch.
touched the grass. It's out of shape again. Manages to get it stopped. Philip back down the inside though. Says thank you very much. Tucks it through and goes into the lead of the race. Very good stuff from the pair of them. Nice opportunism by Philip. To be fair, good job by Jake to get it stopped as well. Now, Adrian Baxter has got Foxy behind him as well. A little bit further down the order. Foxy's looking to the inside in the final corner. Gets on the brakes. Adrian might have gone a little hot into there, though. Although, actually, no, he gets it turned in. Andy decides to give the wall a kiss. Across the line they go. Can Andy do anything about the slipstream? Oh, Beth is back because she's forgot a beer as she walked back out the room. There she goes. Look at this, though, from Baxter and Foxy. Right together. Baxter takes the inside line to defend. Back at the front, though, we only have 1.5 minutes of this race left to go. And I believe we're going to get 2 more laps. These guys might cross the line with about 10 seconds left to go the next time round. So Philip Hammer still in lead of the race. Morgan Butler apparently in the pit lane because he's that far wide out the corner. And Baxter has climbed all the way up to 4th place from 8th on the grid. He's the biggest mover in the field so far. So fair play to Adrian Baxter.
He's about to be moved as well.
Foxy's right behind him. Even still, if Foxy...
He's going to make a Foxy move, is he?
Even if Foxy does gain the place, though, Adrian will still be the biggest mover in the field. And you know what? I'm going to put a little prize on the line for Adrian. I'll give him $2.50 iRacing credits for that. So you can host half a session. There you are. Either way, Foxy trying to just get the better of him at the minute. We look back to the lead battle, though. And Philip Hammer has now opened it to half a second. And it looks like he's on his way to improve his sim racing experience, not just emotionally for taking the win in this epically high-profile race, but it also looks like he's going to get himself some rumble motors as well. Through the final corner at the end of lap 21, he's going to have one more lap as Jake hits the wall for good measure. It is one more lap then for Philip Hammer. Jake follows through. Morgan's still in third.
Oh, I've just been brake checked.
I'm going to give another quick bollock update for you, Chaz. It's really bad now. I can feel it in my stomach. This is not great.
Okay.
Back over to you.
Ah, fucked it.
Oh, Foxy's run a bit wide. And that does
Good line through there, Chaz.
give Adrian a bit more breathing room. Although Foxy's right back with him.
I think it was a good line.
They've got Tony Pearman doing his best Parry Dakar impression just in front. Now, what's this going to do to him here? As Tony goes back off the circuit, comes back on. No, they've both gone through, so it's absolutely fine. But over the bridge, through the right-hander for the final time. I didn't think it'd go dark, boys. I really am sorry.
Oh, that was close, Adrian.
Philip Hammer
Ooh.
just trying to keep the car under control. Keep it smooth. Only a handful of corners left to go now. Onto the brakes. Final corner. Hands together, everybody. Philip Hammer has won himself some Sim 3D pedal rumble motors. Fantastic drive. Awesome stuff, mate. Well done.
Good one.
Jake Robertson, great race to the end. Really good chase, boys. That was fantastic to watch. Morgan Butler, strong third place despite being a testicle down.
Oh.
Right, I'm gonna have to park up. Right, I'll be back in a sec.
And Adrian Baxter then, we turn back to this. Can he hold on ahead of Andy Fox? Defends to the inside, through the right, then the left. Just behind him as well, not for position unfortunately, is Ethan Bass. He's 56 seconds down on this. Foxy right with Adrian now. Can he hold on to fourth place? He's gained 4 positions, so he's getting the $2.50 iRacing credits anyway. Foxy chucking it on the infield. He's trying everything. Adrian brakes as late as he dares, so does Foxy. Foxy pushes him a little bit. It's going to be a drag race to the line. And down the inside of the Ethan Bass, and it's Tony Pearman. Tony Pearman goes through. Fantastic stuff. Oh, wow. Adrian Baxter, though, wins himself $2.50 from yours truly. There you go, mate. Well,
Loved it.
fantastic. That was
That
awesome.
was it.
Rose.
That was awesome.
That was really good
I
fun.
couldn't let you get away with that, Foxy.
Chaz, can you record? Can you save the replay for that and send it over to us?
Yeah, not a problem.
That was awesome. Philip, and that one just controlled that race from behind.
Yeah, Philip, that was a cracking drive, mate. How do you feel? Are you excited about that?
Yeah, it was a great race.
You beat an iRacing World Championship Rallycross driver as well. Maybe not in, it's not his bag in this Kia, but
Yeah, didn't know him.
oh, there you go, Jake. You're not even famous. But no, that looked like a lot of fun, to be fair. And obviously, thank you, boys, for doing that. Really do hope you've enjoyed yourselves tonight. And I do mean that, Adrian. I'll chuck you $2.50 iRacing credits for that, mate. Biggest mover in the field, 4 places, and especially, your first night ever in the car. That's a good effort, that, mate. So well done.
Yeah, thank you. I enjoyed it. Appreciate it.
And if anybody else watching wants to get involved, we will be, I think, putting on maybe one every month, 2 months, Calvin.
Yeah, I'm up for putting one up every month. As long as we can get, enough people. I think if we can get a grid of 10 starting,
yeah,
as a minimum, get some people interested. I think, we'll have to think out something a bit balmy for the next race to keep it interesting.
Radicals.
Rallycross.
I like these cars. I like these Kias too much. But
Lotus 49.
Rallycross.
Lotus 49s at Centripetal Circuit.
Oh God!
Who can do this quickest donut?
Long Beach.
Oh my God!
Ouch.
Oh, right. Either way, any final words, boys, before we go?
No.
I will try again at another race to win these Rumble motors, but until then I'll carry on going to the airport and back.
Love it, Tony. Great commitment. But well done, everybody. That was a lot of fun. Thank you very much for joining us this evening, and we'll see you all very, very soon.
Sorry for running away abruptly.
Stream.